Mhm. And then Missouri's other Senate seat also is opening up. So there's a very close primary for both parties next week. Do you have any thoughts on the candidates in this race on either side of the aisle?
Eric Greitens is a sociopath and shouldn't be anywhere near power. And most of the people running on the Republican side with him are not that much better, but I think most of them are not sociopaths. I mean, I won't be voting for any of them because they're wrong about everything. But I think that they have like a soul, so that's good at least. And then there's two good people running on the Democratic side. So, I'm not going to weigh into that race, but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And the state, is overwhelmingly Republican, but 10 years ago you won a statewide election. What do you think has changed, and do you think that either of the Democratic candidates have a chance in the general election?
Oh, look, there's always a chance. There's obviously a greater chance of Eric Greitens as the nominee. That doesn't mean I'm rooting for that, because I'm not interested in chancing that he be the Republican, because even if he's the nominee, he's still going to be the favorite to win, and I'm not interested in tempting that fate. What's changed about Missouri? A couple of things. One, demographically, it used to be the case that, and look, by the way, I think this changed before my race in 2016. People have a tendency to look back at that race and go, oh, well, Kander came within like a couple of points on the same day that Hillary lost by 19. So like Missouri's changed a lot since then. No, my team ran an incredible campaign, and Missouri has, Trump won Missouri that day by more than he won Mississippi. So we shouldn't think like, well, that's the baseline. No, that's not what's going on. The demographics have changed. The state's gotten older. The Latino population hasn't grown in Missouri like it's grown in the rest of the country. And you see that playing out. But instead of looking to a candidate as a savior every couple of years, what we've got to do is the work. We've got to put in the infrastructure in place to make the progressive argument all year round, not just during election cycles. And there's models for that. Colorado used to be a red-ish state. It's now a purple to somewhat blue state. North Carolina is now a purple state. That wasn't the case several years ago. Georgia is now a purple state. That definitely wasn't the case a few years ago. And that's because people put in the work, and they didn't do it, election cycle to election cycle. They took a long-term approach.